has to be anchored to what connects us as society. It has to be anchored to the heart and the mind. That we must understand that my peace is your peace. And my peace and your peace become our community peace. My community peace and the other community peace become our peace. And we all put our peace together. We will have a peaceful Kenya, a nation we shall all be proud of, a country that we shall drive, for without peace there will be no development.
First, of course, the decision to appoint these eminent personalities, and then when they went out to engage various communities, and they did a robust assignment. They literally went to every corner of this country. If you look at the raw data,
we should never take peace for granted. It is a gift from God. I think that peace is eternal. It should never die. And even in a moment of conflict, we may say peace has retreated, but it has not died. Secondly, I would just want to flag what we are all experiencing in different parts of the world following the very prominent global conflicts. We know the Middle East is a melting pot. First, you see the Israel-Gaza issue. Now Syria has rolled in. Lebanon has rolled in. All these challenges have a very serious impact across the globe.
Coffee farmers from Kirinyaga County oppose circular by Ministry of Cooperative to enhance direct payments of coffee sale proceeds to individual, grower bank or mobile money account. And coffee farmers from Kirinyaga, in a state where country have come out of strongly to oppose a circular by the Ministry of Cooperatives to enhance direct payments of coffee proceeds to individual grower bank, SACCO or M-Pesa mobile money account. They have accused Cooperative Cabinet Secretary Wycliffe Oparanya of trying to impose new laws without clear public participation to give farmers a chance to give their views. The farmers say that the circular issued by Oparanya is punitive and retrogressive and will lead to decline of many gains achieved in the coffee sector.
The circular is going to affect us in many ways. For one, we do not have the same expenses in our factories. So by saying that 20% will go to the cooperative societies and 80% to the farmers, that has been retrogressive because we do pay our farmers up to 90 or 95% of the net payment. We are not also happy about the 20% of the gross. It should be 20% of the net because that is what the law states. It also, the circular is in contrary of the act, because in the act you are supposed to be a leader in only 2 cooperative society. So saying that you are now will be a leader just for only 1 cooperative society, that will go beyond the cooperative act, and that is not acceptable. They are, we are not aware of the payments, how the payments will be made. We are not aware of how the exchange rates will be doing and who will be doing. Even the service providers, because they have an extra service to offer, we are not sure who will be paying the DSS providers. So we are just requesting the government and the minister to slow down by implementing the circular so that we can have a discussion. We can have a public participation so that we can discuss the matters. Coffee. There are so many things which are ailing our coffee, and we think the minister's circular have not addressed them in full. So
we gathered to discuss the circular from the Minister of Cooperative, which we feel it is dangerous. It is the last nail to the death of coffee. Kirinyaga farmers were very hopeful after the regulations allowed them to have their mill. The regulation allowed them to sell their coffee through Kirinyaga slopes. And right now, what has been introduced through this circular, it means disruption of the business of Kirinyaga coffee. Kirinyaga controls 25% of the entire value of Kenya coffee, meaning our coffee is premium. It means these farmers are very worried because if we disrupt the 25% of Kirinyaga, we don't know how our rivalry will move. This circular is saying that we be paying farmers directly from DSS to the farmers through M-Pesas, through their personal accounts, in disregard of how coffee harvesting is done. Coffee is structured in 2 seasons. The first one is the off-season, which is basically less than 10%, which finances the processing of the 90% of the coffee. If this
Sawa. And graduates have been encouraged to embrace artificial intelligence, AI, and emerging technologies to stay relevant in a rapidly changing job market. Speaking during Greater University's 15th graduation ceremony in Thika, where over 800 students received degrees, diplomas, and certificates, Bugwa Kibadi, who is the Chancellor of Greater University, highlighted the transformative role of AI across industries such as hospitality, transport, and education. Kibadi's concerns highlighted the urgent need for a concerted effort to align education, technology, and government policy to address the challenges of unemployment and ensure Kenya's youth are equipped to thrive in a competitive, technology-driven world. He noted that robots are now serving in hotels, driving vehicles, and even taking up roles as lecturers, signaling a shift that could result in a job shortage in traditional sectors. Let's have more from our videos.
Mimi as for now nimepata degree yangu ya computer science. Ningeomba sana kama serikali wako na chanzo cha kunipa kazi, naweza wasaidia mahali popote kwa IT, kwa AI, to implement AI in government systems, to implement security, cyber security, to help in anything that they will want me to do for them. I'll be readily available, but kama hakuna basi nitajiajiri na niombe tu Maulana anilainishia maisha. Kitu moja tunasemaga charity begins at home. So kuliko tuende kupeana ujuzi wetu ambao tumesomea Kenya huko nje, tungeomba watengenezee huku Kenya ndio tu attract watu wa nje wakuje Kenya, tuijenge kama nchi. Kuliko tuondoe wajuzi wa Kenya wakienda nje, tutatengeneza brain drain ambapo utapata wajuzi wote ambao wamesoma katika chuo kikuu wako Ulaya, na hii isaidii ekonomi yetu.
Kuna mambo mengi ambayo yametokea. Ya kwanza ni kusema kuna mambo ya artificial intelligence au AI ambayo iko huko nje sana. Dunia ya kesho inasema kazi nyingi ambazo zitakuwa zikifanywa na machine, ile ambayo tunaita artificial intelligence. Hiyo ni kitu kubwa sana ambayo kimebadilisha vile watu ambao wanafanya kazi siku ya leo. Kwa hii chuo chetu tunajaribu kujua ni njia gani ambayo tutaenda kufundisha wanafunzi wetu ndio waingie kwa hiyo mambo ya AI, wakuwe wenyewe ndio wameanza hii mikakati ambayo iko hapo. Tunaambia wanafunzi wetu kesho ambayo inakuja kutakuwa wakati ambayo wewe ambao umesomea kwa vitabu, ambaye tuseme umesoma vile tulikuwa nasoma zamani, utaenda ukose kazi. Ile kazi ambayo utakuta machine inafanya. Ukienda siku hizi unasikia hata gari ambaye inapelekwa ni dereva, Kuna gari ambaye zinatoka hata kutoka kwa barabara ambaye zinajipeleka, unaingia kwa Uber unakuta hata haina dereva. Ukienda kwa nchi zingine utakuta tayari gari za moshi hazina hata dereva. Unakuta mashini yenyewe, gari ya moshi inajipeleka, gari unasikia zinajipeleka. Kama kunaenda hivyo, mwisho kutaenda namna gani? Siafaa sisi tukua wa Kenya tuendelee kujua vile kunaendelea kwa hiyo mambo ya AI. Ukienda kwa hoteli, unasema kuna hoteli moja ambayo tulisikia hata Nairobi hapa town, pale upande wa Hurlingham, kuna watu ambao sio waiters, ni mashine ambayo inahudumia wateja ambao wanaenda kwa hiyo hoteli. Unapiga order yako kwa mtandao, hiyo order inaenda kwa kitchen, kutoka kitchen mashine inaenda inachukua chakula alafu nakuletea. Kama kunaendelea hivi, kunaendelea namna gani kama sisi tukua wa Kenya au wanafunzi tufundishe watu kama hayo? Kwa hiyo ni mambo ambayo tunachunguza, na sio kuchunguza peke yake, tunachunguza na njia mbili. Ya kwanza ni kuchunguza tujue ili tunaweza kufundisha hiyo maneno.
Conservationist and the Green Thinking Action Party of Kenya leader Dr. Isaac Kalua Green has called for the immediate overhaul of the leadership at Kenya Forest Services, saying they have failed to protect the country's forests while getting involved in selling indigenous trees for profit. According to Dr. Kalua, the president's calls for the growth of tree cover in the country will remain a mirage when it is officials in his government that are aiding the felling of trees for selfish gains, including the constructions of some mega projects in the country. Dr. Kalua, while exposing the rot at KFS, has signaled rampant behavior among some officials in the board of the Kenya Forest Service in the wake of reports of exertions of sections of the forest to either build roads or set up golf courses. And the conservationist who has been keen on protecting the country's forests for over 40 years now says there is a looming danger, and while the country's environment CS Aden Duale is acting, he should double his efforts, as there are those who are hiding under a smile while working hard to deplete the country's forest cover.
The issue of grabbing land in forests has been, you haven't had a thing. You haven't had anything about what happens in the forest. Big names that you will be ashamed to know that they did this. And it's not now. It's been happening over the years. There are people, there are constituencies that are inside the forests. But do two wrongs make a right? They don't. Is to declare an immediate moratorium on the and revocation of the licenses that have been issued to different institutions. First, stop. Everything must stop. If we have to cut the culture, we must stop everything to make sure that, and we do a clear survey, who is doing what for what purposes. Because clearly, there are some activities that could be okay to deal with that. Nurseries that we were supposed to produce, there is a dam, there is everything else. In the same place, there is production of nurseries. There wouldn't be anything wrong until when you realize there is a conflict of interest. And I believe that Honorable Duale has got what it takes to bring these people to recommit. Things cannot continue as they have been for the last 40, 50 years. No, we shouldn't. And I must call with all humility and God's fear, those in power at any given time, and I'm not talking just about the president, I'm talking about anyone in leadership. Please, do not use your office to do what is not right. Trees speak. They will visit you one day. We must be able to control our family members. We must be able to control people that we are working with. There is life after politics. There is life after the positions that we have in power today. There is life. And we must be able to do what is right. Money is not everything, because all that these people have been doing is known. It is bare. Charcoal is moving from different places every single day. teak wood and trees that are so precious for this country, of medicinal value, are being exported out of this country. Just because it is your time, inakuwa ni wakati wako wa kukula. I think this has come to an end. I started this war when I was a young man, and I think time has come. At my old age, where I am, I determined it as old. I think we must just do what is right for God's glory. If we mess the environment today, we are messing about our future. The biggest sufferer in any cycle of election in our nation is the forests. That is where money is found for politics.
And for our social media platforms remain Mugi TV Kenya across Facebook and YouTube. And thank you for watching part of Mugi TV News at 9. We are taking a short commercial break. We're coming back with more stories. Thank you.
Ũngĩenda kuonjorithia na ithuĩ, kwanĩrĩrithia biacara yaku kana kĩmenyithia gĩa gĩkuo, tũcerere wabici-inĩ citũ Nairobi, View Park Towers, gorofa ya 5 Wing C, kana ũhũre thimũ namba 0720 394 177 kana ũtũme email kũrĩ info@mugitv.co.ke. Mugi TV, mugambo wa kwĩhokeka.
Nindonire ngari ithatũ, nindonire ngari ithatũ, nindonire ngari ithatũ muthenya wa thigũkũ. Ngari icio ciathiaga kũ, ngari icio ciathiaga kũ, ngari icio ciathiaga kũ muthenya wa thigũkũ. Ciathiaga Jerusalemu, ciathiaga Jerusalemu, ciathiaga Jerusalemu muthenya wa thigũkũ.
Yes, kuma gũkũ kwa Mugi TV twakwendithĩria thigũkũ njega ya Christmas
na mwaka mwerũ ũyũ irathimo.
Enjoy.
Muthi wa Jumatatu aingĩ maũtambũrĩte ta mwanjĩrĩrio wa kiumia, no gũkũ kwa Mugi TV nĩ kĩanjĩrĩria kĩomenyo na ndititimũrano thaa-inĩ cia ũteti na ũtongoria. Maya mothe nĩ thĩinĩ wa tabarĩra ya Mbuthĩ ya Ũteti. Nĩ Jumatatu thaa 1:30 o nginyagia thaa 3 hwaĩ-inĩ, ũgĩterevwo nĩ Wainaina Shake akĩinainia thingo ciothe cia ũteti na ũtongoria. Wĩra waku no gũikia mbuthĩ ndereti-inĩ. Nĩ o Jumatatu thaa 1:30 o nginyagia thaa 3 hwaĩ-inĩ. Mugi TV, mugambo wa kwĩhokeka.
Otuko gũkirĩtwo Getwo Quincy mũini wa nyĩmbo cia mũthũngũtho. Rĩu gũkũ twĩta JN event nĩ tũramwendithĩria thigũkũ njega ĩna irathimo cia Ngai. Remember, Christmas is just not a Christmas but a feeling. Hello, kaboma. Selector.
TV News at 9, I'm Jeff Kimaiyu. And the stories, Prime Cabinet Secretary and CS for Foreign and Diaspora Affairs, Honorable Musalia Mudavadi reiterated that Kenya has achieved a milestone in the fight against terrorism and violence extremism. The Kenya terrorism score dropped from a high in 2023 to a medium in 2024. Reports indicating that for January 2024 to November 2024, that officers have thwarted 47 terrorist attacks.
On terrorism, Kenya has achieved milestones in the fight against terrorism and violent extremism. With the Global Terrorism Index impact score for Kenya decreasing from a high in 2023 to a medium in 2024. Our reports indicated that from January 2024 to November from January 2022 to November 2024, our officers have thwarted 47 terrorist attacks across the country. During the period, several terrorists have been neutralized. The government has also pushed for 11 successful convictions. Noteworthy, our success also came through collaborations with our international agencies and partners to thwart crime through training and equipment support.
Water, Sanitation and Irrigation CS Engineer Eric Muga is calling on county governments to begin modernizing their water structures to reduce non-revenue water losses. CS Engineer Muga also called on water agencies across the country to modernize their system transition so that it can move their systems from flat rate to metered connections to reduce their revenue. The CS said that for water companies to remain sustainable, such measures are important so that they can become profitable and increasing efficiency. He was speaking during day one of his tour to Samburu County to inspect water projects. On the part local led by Deputy Governor Honorable Gabriel Lenengwesi and Area MP Honorable Naisula Ledida committed to work closely with the national government to ensure that such projects are protected and well maintained so that they can continue benefiting people of Samburu and its environments. Let's have a look.
The system that we are using is 40 years old. So I really hope that there will be no hitches, financial, from the contractor, from the ministry, CS. He has really put pressure that within the stipulated time, the project will be complete so that the people of Maralal town can enjoy this very important resource, which is water. So we do hope that the next time we'll be here, people will be having clean and safe water from Yamo Dam. As you can see, it's complete, it is full to capacity. It is just the treatment plant and the supply of water to the town, so that really there's also value for money in the entire project, because it's not a small project.
We are here to monitor the progress of our national government projects, specifically after the commissioning of Yemo Dam. His Excellency the President was here a few months ago and instructed that Maralal water supply project commence as early as possible. The commencement date given to the contractor was on 9th. This is a 764 million project that is meant to now be the conduit and supply water from Yamo Dam, here where we stand today, to the people of Maralal downstream. The project is barely 3 weeks in, and we are here to make it clear to the contractor that this project is key, because it has to be delivered within the time frame allocated in the contract, and the quality of work has to be as per the specifications. We are keen to ensure that the water that will be transmitted from here will be treated like 1.5 kilometers from the dam, and as we urge the county government to start modernizing the infrastructure, we have urged the water service provider to take lead in developing and modeling their systems. And secondly, transitioning their system from flat rate to metered connections, whereby the MD has confirmed that in the last few months they have transitioned to almost 95% from flat rate to metered connections. Also, we are calling upon the people of Maralal to ensure sustainability of the water agencies. The water agencies have to be competitive. They have to break even in the long term for them to avoid going for...
Where we are now, this is now a project that's bound to take place like 2 years ago. But we are very happy we are seeing some action. What we are requesting on behalf of the county, that let's now walk the talk. Let's walk the talk. We'll work together with the national government, together with the water agencies, and the able leadership of this great county, and the national agencies, including even the county commissioner's office, will work together to make sure this project is going to be working as it is. We'll provide the leadership. When it comes to political leadership, we'll provide, we'll make sure there will not be any disgruntles, there is no politicking whatsoever. We'll keep credit where it is. We'll make sure...
Thank you for watching Mugi TV Prime Edition at 9, and it is Christmas season. You have to take care of yourself. Your health matters more than the celebrations that you want to do. And thank you again for watching Mugi TV News. And remember our social media platforms, that is YouTube and Facebook, remain Mugi TV Kenya, Mugi TV Kenya. That is YouTube and that is Facebook. I remain yours, Jeff Kimaiyu. Take care. Good night.